Hello, this is Alfonso Escámez and welcome to a new chapter of Indie Talks. Today we're going to know in depth an independent German watch brand founded in 2017 by a young Berliner named Felipe Pikullik. Today we know the brand that bears his name. Welcome Felipe, a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you very much. It's an honor for me.
For our viewers and followers, who is Felipe Pikullik, a very Spanish name? And how do you get started into watchmaking? What did you study?
So first of all, thank you for the opportunity to speak with you. It's a real honor for me. And yes, I am Felipe. My name is a Spanish name, which is because my father is from Brazil. And yes, so I was grown up here in Berlin, in Germany, because my mother is German. And yes, since I'm a child, I was interested in watches, and just in every jeweler, I was standing before the window and looking at the beautiful watches. And at the school, I was interested in mathematics, physics, and also when my hobby was astronomy. To that comes that my father is a craftsman, and if you combine everything, my character is just a watchmaker. So it is my character since I'm a child. And I recognized it with 13 years when I saw the first time in the television a watchmaker who disassembled a watch. And from there, I had just everyday new questions like, how does it work? How do you make the parts? Did you make the parts in the past? How did the people the parts by hand? This was fascinating me. And until today, I'm just studying and practicing watchmaking until the deepest to research, to find out the best ways how to make parts in watchmaking. Because just because it's my passion, I have to do that because it's my breath, right? I have to do it. And yes, I just enjoy finding out techniques in watchmaking that are not usual anymore, and to find out which are the best of those. So I'm practicing that and making our watches here in Berlin. I studied watchmaking in Glashütte, and after that I went back to Berlin.
What did you study to be as a watchmaker?
A watchmaking school. I was at the watchmaking school of Glashütte.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Do you remember, you are very young, but do you remember your first watch as a kid?
Yes, it was a Adidas sports watch. Just like I was 8 years old, and it was I think titanium watch with a blue dial and blue strap. Yes, and I enjoyed it every day. And also my first watch that I have in mind was the table clock from my grandmother. And it was just ticking when it was down to the table. So it was not in the correct way, and I was just, maybe this was something with what triggered me in my life. I was asking, why does it not stand like a normal watch? And it was broken. The watch was broken, so I wanted to fix the watch, and finally I did it. I fixed the watch at the end, and yes, this was my first connection to watchmaking and watches.
What did it mean to you to work for Rolf Lang, the father of Marco Lang, and what kind of work did you do at his workshop?
Yeah, he was my master, and a very great teacher, because he was teaching watchmaking in a different way. Like, he gave me a room with all the tools that you need, and he gave me just a Lang & Sons pocket watch, which was broken, and said to me, fix it. And I was like, I can't. And he said, yes, you can. You have the tools and you have the watch and you have your brain. So make it. And just come back to me when you fix the watch. And and he told me the people who built the watch had also no watch before. So they had to think about it, they had to invite it. So if they could create this watch, I can repair this watch without teaching, because they had also no teacher to make the creation, right? To invite something. So this was very important for me to learn if you can think about something, or if something exists, you can do it also.
Felipe, what are your inspiration when creating your watches? Another brands?
I think it's everything in this world, but today, if I'm in my situation, I'm just like I'm working every day. Since 4 years, I did no vacation or weekend, so I'm getting no inspiration anymore. I am just working, and um, I'm inspired of like the great pioneers of watchmaking, like John Harrison, Breguet, for their uh, working on precision in watchmaking, thinking about solutions, how to make the mechanism more precise. This is what inspires me. This is what is my goal also, to create something in my life which sets something in the history of watchmaking. And the other side, also from the business side, I'm inspired from Rolex, how they become what they are. Like every kid knows Rolex. This is incredible. Everybody who can't afford a Rolex, they know Rolex. For example, yacht boats. Everybody knows boats exists, but nobody knows the brands behind it. And this is what Rolex did. They are luxury. Nobody, usually the main people can't afford kids, and they know it. This is what I'm inspired by marketing, and also for like being courage, like MB&F with different designs which are unusual. Yes, I get inspiration from everywhere, and I'm just trying to do my own thing, my own way, which is building something. What I'm always saying, I don't create a brand or manufacturer. I want to create a living museum. I want to use all the historical machines that usually you find in museums, but we use it to make watches. This is what my goal is to make.
Then you are building your watches in the old style with all machines?
Yes, it depends on the watch that we have, but for example, on the moon phase, the complication, the moon phase is completely handcrafted. Like the gears, the pinions, the bridges, everything is handmade and handcrafted also. So we are creating entry-level watches where we have ETA-based movements, which are finished with the highest techniques of finishing, hand finishing, and from there we go to complications like moon phase, which are handcrafted, but the base is still ETA. And then what I'm doing now at the moment is developing since 1 year the first in-house movement, and I'm on the prototyping now. And there will be a fourth step, which will be introduced in some years, the complete handmade watches in the historical way.
How much time could it take you with this new in-house caliber that you are planning, from the first idea that you have and when you will think that it will be in production?
Yeah, before 1 year at 3 o'clock, I woke up with the idea, and
Uh-huh.
now the developing 3D design, all the parts are sketched and done
Mm-hmm.
physically and mathematics complete.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are doing the prototyping, which will be like finish the first watch next year,
Mm-hmm.
and the production will begin in 2026.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What was your first watch?
My first watch was a skeletonized um, Unitas. This was
Uh-huh.
my first watch, and
Your first creation, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yes, exactly. And for me, it's very ugly. And I gave the watch my mother
Oh,
to take it away.
I'm sure that she loved it because it was from you.
She sure she loved it, but I said to her, please take it away until I die. Then you can take it out. But until I die, I don't want to see it again. Yeah.
it, I'm sure that it will reach an amazing price then. I
Yes.
hope that it will be in a long, long period of time.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about your first collection launched in 2017 called Prius?
The Pius Collector was my first collection, which was 5 different skeletonized watches,
Mm-hmm.
limited each to 10 pieces, which was inspired by many things like the universe, my background from Brazil. I have
Mm-hmm.
one watch from them is called Festum that I gave the name for Brazil
Mm-hmm.
because it's like everything is alegria, we say
Uh-huh.
in Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
and the watch is very crazy. Like they have more diamonds and sapphire and crazy skeletonization. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, that was my first collection.
Mm-hmm. Then, what has the launch of let me read the name of the collection, a Stern Himmel model meant to you? Because this was a watch was very successful in the
Yes,
watchmaking community.
yes. Sternenhimmel is starry sky in
Mm-hmm.
English, and the watch is just a simple showing what I'm thinking about in the future. The dial is made of aventurine,
Mm-hmm.
which shows the night sky, and this is because my complications is going to astronomical complications.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm thinking about is the watchmaking world. The pioneers of watchmaking was working on precision, on tourbillons, on resonance, everything, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
and we get to a point where we can reach maybe some more like milliseconds, but this is not the point of watchmaking, maybe. I
Mm-hmm.
am thinking about something different. In this century, we will
Mm-hmm.
reach something. I believe we will reach something which is completely game changing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the mission to create a city on Mars,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we will,
Yeah.
some people will live on Mars and
Mm-hmm.
they will travel to Earth and to Mars.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe my my generation of watchmakers,
Mm-hmm.
our mission is to make the Mars watchmaking because
Mm-hmm.
we have a different time there. We
Yeah.
have different moons there. We have 2 moons on the Mars. We
Mm-hmm.
have a different perpetual calendar on the Mars.
Mm-hmm.
You need a comparison from the Mars time to the Earth time, maybe a
Mm-hmm.
GMT from Mars to Earth. So what I'm saying is we will discover a complete new world of watchmaking. And
Mm-hmm.
my and my generation of watchmakers, our mission is to make these watches because
Mm-hmm.
it's happening soon. In 5 to 10 years, we
Mm-hmm.
will fly to Mars. Hopefully, I think it will happen. So Yes, this is what I want to work on.
Mhm. And do you think that there will be an evolution in terms of materials? Because as you have said, we in the future we will be traveling to other planets, and then
Yes.
maybe the materials that we will need to resist those forces of traveling will be different than the ones that we need here.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Mm.
I don't think so that we have to change it.
Yeah.
Yes, we have maybe changed from like normal steel to stainless steel because of magnets and something like that. But
Mhm.
the forces you have in a rocket, we know from the Speedmaster, which traveled to the moon, it's completely fine to observe it.
Mhm.
And so, what I think is the more difficult thing is it's really difficult to create something which the first idea, and I posted on Instagram, is to create a watch where you have only time. Okay, you have just
Mhm.
the time, but in a simple dial, you have just one dial,
Mhm.
and you have a window. In the
Mhm.
window, you can read moon or no, sorry, Earth
Mhm.
or Mars.
Mhm.
So, and you have a button on the watch. So
Mhm.
when you are on Earth, you have on the watch set it Earth, and the watch is working just Earth time, like 24
Mhm.
hours. When you press the button, you do it when you fly to Mars. You
Mhm.
travel to Mars. And this is what you need. You need a simple watch, daily watch, where you have the time, but it
Mhm.
works on Earth and on Mars.
Mhm.
And it sounds easy. It is, in the end, I have an idea to make it easy, but to create it, to develop this complication of just changing the watch
Mhm.
working how it shows you the time is difficult.
Mhm.
So, and this is just talking about time. We
Mhm.
don't talk about moons, we don't talk about calendars and everything. So, this will be the difficulty.
Yeah. And I think that it will be like in the moon, no? The lack of atmosphere, it will not affect the watch, but maybe the magnetic attractions, or it will be different than the here in the in Earth or in the moon.
Yeah, we have to see and we have to
Mhm.
research. And when it does, we just
Mhm.
have to change the materials to like stainless steel for the for example, if you want to make a steel bridge, you don't make it
Mhm.
in steel, you make it in stainless steel, and you have no problem with magnetic crafts.
Mhm. Great. Felipe, what is your yearly production approximately?
It's like it depends which watch uh,
Mhm.
we are producing, but it's from 50 to 100 pieces.
Okay. And are you planning to increase your production?
Um, I'm planning to grow,
Mhm.
um, and my first thought is to grow organically and
Mhm.
with just higher quality.
Mhm.
So maybe yes, the quantity will go up, but first the complications will come, the handmade watch will come. So I think in the next years the quantity will go first down
Mhm.
because I have to educate people. I am
Mhm.
founding a school now at the moment in Berlin with the
Mhm.
government together. So we
Mhm.
have to educate people 3 years until we have the first people coming out from the
Yeah.
school. Then we have to introduce them to the working world, and then they have to go until the handmade watches. So
Mhm.
I think in the next years it will go down a bit from the producing amount because the watches will be more complicated.
Mhm.
They take more time to make, but then it will go up because we have educated people and yeah.
Mhm. Then how you see the future of Felipe Pikullik as a brand? And then are you planning to remove to produce the new watches with in-house calibers, or you are planning to maintain another lower step in terms of prices with mass production calibers?
At the moment, the cheapest watch is like 6,500 euro, and this I want to stay there with the cheapest watch, like in this range. I want to make it possible for everyone who dreams about the watch from us to afford it one day if they collect the money. And but also we will make in-house movements. So
Okay.
there will be the really expensive thing because of the amount of work and the tradition that we will invite, and but also I want to make it possible for everyone to reach us.
Because nowadays your price range, what it is?
It's from like 6,500 to the most expensive is 65,000.
Okay. Because it's with precious metals or with
No,
stones?
the more expensive is the in-house movement, which will come now. Yes. At the moment, which from the watches that exist, it's the moon phase meteorite that we launched since this month, which is 32,000 euro. Yeah.
Then, talking about calibers, what are your plans? I don't know if you can talk about it, but what
Yes.
are your plans for the future, including more complications in your in-house calibers? What are your plans for those complications? Perpetual calendars, chronographs, and minute repeaters?
Yes. We are going more to chronographs, to calendars, because of, as I told you, my dream is to make astronomical complications. So it's not going to like timing machines like chronographs. It's more going to calendars, planetarium watches, that you can see all the planets, and this is more what we are going to. Hand-wound movements. Yes, that's the goal. Yeah.
Felipe, for you that are a baby-born brand, a watch brand, and also independent, what are the pros and the cons, the good things and the bad things of being an independent brand?
The good thing is you can dream, but always you can dream. But the most exciting thing is when you create something and you see the people enjoy it, and you see also you can give something back. Like I'm creating, for example, the moon phase, right? I developed the watch, and for a watchmaker, your dream is to make a watch, not to assemble just industrial made parts. So what we are doing, what I am doing, together with just the possibility, it is just possible because of the customers and also the people who want to be watchmakers. Is if somebody buys a watch, he don't buy the watch. He at Felipe Pikullik, he give the opportunity to people to be a watchmaker, to be a real watchmaker, to educate people. They are supporting education. They are supporting a school. They are supporting a good work, right? Here in Berlin, we have a lot of criminal energy. We have a lot of criminal, this thing. And with more customer, with more watches we do, with more growth, we have the possibility to minimize this bad thing, right? The people, very intelligent people in Berlin. We have intelligent people, intelligent youth. They are very, very creative. They have power. They have energy, and they just have to give it in the right direction. So this is what you're doing. You're supporting, you're helping, you're changing something, right? This is what I enjoy. What I enjoy to be a independent watchmaker, to be a brand. You can change something together with the customer. So this is the pro, and the contra, of course, is here in Germany you have problems with government. They take all your money. This is the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think all around Europe.
Yeah, but no, I enjoy it. I'm very happy about it. It's hard. This is maybe the bad side, if you think about it bad, but I like it. I don't like the easy way, so
Don't you think also that it's a good thing that I think that is one of the best things of independent brands, that you are closer to the client, no? That you almost know all your clients.
Yes, I try to. It's difficult because I have to do also all the watches. But yeah, I try to get a connection to the people. I try to do Zoom calls with the people, and it's a nice thing. Really, I went the first time out from the workshop last month to Singapore, and the most of our clients come from Singapore and US. And it was crazy, like the people was recognizing me just on the street, and it was nice to meet the people and really, yeah.
I was going to ask you, what are your main markets nowadays?
Yes, it's Singapore and US. Also, UK is very strong, and the Arabic countries. But in the first place is Singapore and US.
How can we get Felipe Pikullik's watches? And are you planning in the future to have a physical point of sale, or are you working with any kind of multi-brand boutique?
Yes, we are working with the limited edition UK and with Espolux in the US. And if you come from like other states, you're free to contact us directly, and we will take care. Yeah.
How many people are nowadays working with you?
We have together like this moment 6, 7 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. If you were not wearing a Felipe Pikullik watch, that's my last question. What brand and model would you wear?
I have one watch. I have an Omega. It's from 45. 1945. It's a hand-wound watch, and it's the only watch that I have, together with a pocket watch, also from Omega. Yes, that's what I enjoy.
Great. Then, Felipe, it has been a pleasure to have you here in Indie Talks for Doble Firma. Muito obrigado, muchas gracias, and hope to see you soon. Or in Berlin or in Madrid.
Sure. You're very welcome to Berlin, and muchas gracias a ti.